Welcome everyone to an arena video. This is Andrea Mengucci. This video is sponsored to you by channelfireball.com and Ultimate God. If you keep it to lander on the play, you have to, you have to be okay with just getting minus cured and lose. Yeah, same exactly thing I said earlier. Poopy Pirate, you want to draft after this game. Unfortunately, that doesn't... I signed a contract with Twitch.tv that says I have to draft 2 hours and play... No, that's not true. How was I lucky? No, you weren't lucky. You were just, you missed on a 3rd land drop. I guess you were lucky to get paired against me. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Yoshi Rancher, what do you have to do? In standard you have 0? Of what? Hours? I actually can't wait to go back play standard. I think Doomfortold would just be unbeatable. Or maybe it's easily beatable, but I will still play it. I convince myself it's unbeatable. Lothos. Lothos in standard? Yeah. Yo, why is Lothos not played in standard? Because Ur isn't there, I guess. What you got, Mr. Gruel? Huh. Oh, that's a Pepega hand. Oh, a land. That'll go fight for us, chat. The ACD Operation Doomfortold. Nice. I love to read too many Doomfortold. It's the best. The mirror match of Doomfortold, it's so sweet. I didn't know about that. Unfortunately, I can't survey with the Stotzies. You encounter thought closes with Black Leyline? No, you can't. You can with the Rest in Peace, though. Yeah, Dangerous Moon. Another card that I love is the Golgari Saga. If you have CFB Pro, I wrote about the 2 sagas for the Doomfortold decks. Alright, can I cast my Bolas? See, I can! Good game, Gruelbinder. That's your defeat. I'll have a card pair to play. Maybe Golgari. I like Esper, Sultai, Golgari. Actually, I just like anything that's just grindy, slow, and everything. Playing Doomfortold is easily beatable. It is very beatable. Especially if people play rogues. Alright, it's just such a good feeling to pick up Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God. It's such a good feeling. I think it's that good I'm gonna play a new one. No, I'm not. But I'm just going to play an Ashiok Pepega. Actually, I don't want to give them the option to Fire Prophecy. You know what? I'll just pass. Stare at my 6 cards in hand and pass the turn. And be like, look how many cards I have. Look at them. Look how many cards I have. What's the ultimate of this thing? Ooh, loses the game. You don't see that every time. DC team up. You don't have to convince other people. That's, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Don't have to convince anyone. Alright, I want to win the game with the Dragon God. Please, opponent, don't concede. Please, opponent, don't concede. Por favor, opponent, do not concede to my Dragon God, okay? Discard a card. Don't concede, please. No. Just don't. No! Te odio! Ah! Why? Why? I have to concede. I want to win with the Dragon God Ultimate. Die. That was so mean. That was so mean from the opponent. It's actually so mean. I'm going to go to the bathroom and we'll wait for 1 minute before sideboarding. Because I have to, see you guys in a minute. Hola. You have a question, little master? Alright, go. When I search for a strategy, I still stand on monostoric parameter, but no pioneer, for example. Where can I find them? Oh, dude, I don't know if you can find them. So, Little Master, if you go to CFB Pro, on top right, there's Magic. Sorry, there's Deck Vault, and you can go Magic. Okay, so you go to the Deck Vault. The Deck Vault is one of the most important parts of CFB Pro. You go to the Deck Vault, you go to Magic, and then you go to Pioneer, and there's like a list of articles and deck guides and everything. Maybe they might be a little bit outdated, because again, I think most of us have not played Pioneer in a while, you know? Standard and Historic, it's very updated, but the older formats are a little bit outdated. Modern and Legacy are also kind of updated, because I do work on Legacy together with Anzi and Rich Kali, so it's quite updated. And for Modern, me and Reed work on Modern sometimes, but again, like there's so many decks in those two formats that it's just hard to keep up with all of them. But I always make sure to have all the top 10 Legacy decks always updated. Alright, let's go. You don't like Modern right now? I always enjoy, whenever I play Modern, I always enjoy. I play Humans. I always have a good time. I don't play much, just... I play one preliminary lately. Alright, Mulligan. Can't cast much, but I'll still be keeping this. I think I bottomed this one. It's hard to cast. And if I want to keep only one double black card, I think that's Knight of Scavenger. What about 28 lands in this deck? Yeah, there should probably be more lands. I agree. Opponent is showing you that you can make it to Diamond, chat. You can make it to Diamond. If you're watching this stream right now and you're not into Diamond, you can make it too, chat. People just brewing Markish, but there should be more lands for sure. You can make it, chat. I'm gonna go next turn, Angrath Rampage to kill the Kiora. Spending a lot of your time? Oh, it's not a lot. A lot? Not a lot, come on. Gatto. Gatto. Also, how many of you are playing on the Discord games with your friends? I've just started doing that yesterday, and it was great. A few days ago, sorry, actually. And it was just great. I want to do it more. The Discord games. We used to only, like, just never play those and just instead play the... MTGO on screen share. But I just prefer using the paper cards than a webcam. Yeah, the webcam. Sorry, webcam on Discord. Yeah. I mauled too much with Stranger. It's expensive. Oh yeah, MTG is very expensive game. Use Cockatrice. I don't know. I don't love to do this thing. Nicola Bolassi. I don't know. I used to play Magic Workstation. Before I would end up playing with the Magic Online cards. I used to play Magic Workstation. Gatto. Basta, dai, basta. I made the use mistake to release my cat tonight, to this morning. Porca boia. Just, I think what happened is that the cat understood that whenever the cat scrapes the sofa, he gets my attention, right? So after the cat understood that, it's basically always scraping the sofa whenever I'm here. Always. You could both and join unlock our number. Oh wow, the Drew Glorybringer. Jeez. That's a good card. I didn't expect that. So now I'm never going to, because then what's the thing? Like we have a nice terrace upstairs and the cat usually stays there. But of course when it's cold, it goes down. It just comes at the house with us. But so this morning cat was meowing, so I decided to open. Yeah, with just, you know, chill and everything. Instead, it's just doing a, I think a cat just uses chance to stay downstairs. I mean, it might be smart, but now it's staying upstairs for a while. What about, I don't know, guys, this game is just whatever. I'll just click my buttons and finish this. Finally. Not being saved back. No, my cat isn't male, it's a female. But I don't know. It's just, her name is Lasagna. Is it Zuzununu? That's a good name. That's a good name, Lasagna. We have a friend of the chat that's called Lasagna. Gatta is actually Gatta. It is. It is. Alright, I'm going to reanimate something in the dark. I'll draw 2 cards. And pass. Upstairs is just banishing light. Vanishing light. Bolas party. Sweet, Doctor. I can't wait for that. Even for floods every game. I don't think you can flood. There's so many expensive cards. Word the Spark. Yeah. Yeah, there's just a bunch of sets that I don't like. The Word the Spark, Dominaria, Throne of Drain. But I guess I didn't like them too much because I wasn't really playing limited at those time. I mean, Dominaria, yes. I play lots of Dominaria. I just hated that one. Again, maybe me being more wise and old make me appreciate these things more. Okay, I'm playing against the real matchup this time. The Sultai, so that will be sweet. Bella mano. I think this just wins. Nicol Bolas just wins in this matchup. Aaron Draft was boring. I love it so much. Aaron Draft is one of my favorite, together with Ikoria. Ooh, that's good. That's a good 2-for-1 here. If the internet taught us anything, is that something out there always has a bad take. Someone out there always has a bad take. I see. Who has a bad take this time? Markish. Flying Bugler Rat. That's true, that's a Flying Bugler Rat. Woo! And there it comes, the Dragon God. G to the G. This card is so powerful if you can cast it. This card? It's not bad. I can't get Uro. You hated Ikoria? No, Ikoria is just amazing, especially before Companion was nerfed. That was just so good. Man, Ikoria. I've played that. I would play that former forever. E allora pita sta cage. Any new cards from Kaldheim? Usually, what we do on the stream is we play constructed, then we review the cards that got printed the past day, and then we draft. We're gonna get to that point soon. You just play on such easy mode once you resolve this card. You don't have to do anything anymore. The game is just actually factually over. You don't have to do anything. Just click buttons until the end goes. Until the game ends. Inheritance was OP? It wasn't OP. If you dropped green, it wasn't OP. If you drafted all like dirtling decks that didn't do anything, sure it was. I love to draft green and yesterday we went 6-3 with Gruul and 7-1 with Simic so far. I mean, if you draft the Inheritance, sure, but if your opponent curves out like 4-2 on 3 and like large creature, Inheritance doesn't. It's just a matchup dependent. Sure, if like okay, whatever. Okay, my Nicol Bolas is on 8. If this opponent concedes as well before giving up. Sorry, no, don't concede. Just let me ultimate. Let me ultimate, te prego. Let me ultimate. Please let me ultimate. Don't concede. Don't concede. No! Why? What the hell is concede? I want to just win one game with Nicol Bolas. Can someone please queue against me and just let me win with Nicol Bolas emblem? I'd rather lose. No, that's not true. Alright, sideboard. I've thought Distortion. Probably Arngrowth Rampage. Yeah, the bots draft is over though, right? Now we drafted people, and those are just an old that is just an older memory now. Oh, I mean, it's only I only got good cards here. You played 0-7 with this same Grixassss list? You already played 7 match with this list? Man. You're fast. Are you scooping on turn 1? You force Gates in there in A. I tried. I first pick Archway Angel, and then I just end up playing Esper. Alright, I just board off Thoughtseize. It's okay. No, I mean, drafting against bots is sweet in, what the set was, Terra's Beyond that. Terra's Beyond that, drafting against bots was the best, because you can always force, like, black-green. Why 4 cages between Grave and Main? Because we hate graveyards. And decks. And, sorry. That's it. Graveyards and library, just hate them. Players, too. We also have players. This was yesterday, but my list came out today. GRM forced Demir. I drafted Demir twice in Guilds of Ravnica, and they were like the best decks ever. I don't know if you guys saw them, and I just never really won too much. But that might just have been me. Nalset isn't that good against me, right? I don't draw any extra card. Only with Nicol Bolas. Sure. I'll just go Bone Crusher on the Narset and then cast Bone Crusher. How do you feel about creature cards? I don't mind them. I don't mind them. Not season me. Veil of Summer? Is that a mana up for Veil of Summer? Alright, if they go Nissa. They go Nissa top. We'll see what happens. Blue-white approach. I think it's fine, but it's not a good deck. It's just a for fun deck. Allora. Does this kill what? Creature. Man, if I draw a land, this is a disaster. If I draw an island, this is a disaster. Are you ready, chat, to top deck an island? Te prego. Island, I want to destroy everything my opponent has. Ooh. Island! Urgh! You want to climb. Grulagro blew up. I don't like Grulagro. I don't think it's good in historic. But blue-white approach is fine. I mean, I think it was good yesterday when I played it. I don't think it's like particularly strong or anything, but I think it was a good deck yesterday. All right. If I attack with this Bone Crusher, they're Nars. Do you think they're gonna block? Probably. How should I do this? Would have been so good if I could have done what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I'm just doing this to sacrifice a creature. It's so sad, though. So sad. And then I have to attack the Narset, so I can top deck another Rampage. Yeah, I can't really deal with this Nisa either way, so... No, I think 60 cards blue-white approach is much better. Much better. The 80 cards blue-white approach wasn't good enough. Well, if I had an hand, I could have killed everything. Left my opponent with 4 lands. Yeah. Va bene. Actually, yeah, it's over. Alright, good game. Oh, another drawing unlock, thanks. Why not attack Nisa, kill land, and kill Nisa? Oh, this is the opponent chooses. Why no Magma Quake in this deck? Because it's not so good, isn't it? The mana base of the deck isn't that great. I only need like 1 island and 1 mountain to play. Like, I don't play Narsets. You go first. Let's go, chat. Let's go. My hand is low, but that's okay. What we need to do is resolve and equal Bolas the Dragon God. And all our problems will fade away. Alright, I'll fetch a mountain first, and then I'll play Thought Erasure. Because if there's a good card, I want to fetch here. I don't mind Thought Distortion. I don't even mind Thoughtseize. I guess I'm discarding that one. Yeah, but I kept a 3 land there. Can you give me like a merda 1 land? 1 land. Okay. My hand is... Here, just discard 1 of these. I have a Thought Distortion, but... Yeah, I have like, lots of creatures here. Good to her response. Veil of Summer is too good because it's a 2-for-1 for 1 mana. And yeah. that's when Veil of Summer, when we first started playing Veil of Summer, I remember at the beginning it was just like a 2 of in the sideboard in standard, and people were like, and then Reduke published this article that said Veil of Summer will change Magic forever. I don't know if do you guys remember that article? At this point, it's like, yeah, last summer. But it was just after a few weeks of Veil of Summer being illegal. And he wrote this article. Veil of Summer will change Magic forever. And I was like, sure, yeah, whatever. And then a friend of mine goes like, Mango, you should definitely buy this foil because, I had like, all my Legacy decks were foil and everything. This card for sure will be playing Legacy. I'm like, nah, it was €5 by then. It's whatever, I'll just buy it later. And then now it's like €40. And it's even banned in like 3 formats. That's crazy. Veil of Summers. The cost of 1 mana just does so many things. Alright, opponent, for the cost of 6 mana, I will draw 2 cards and make a 4/4. Alright, wow, I drew a land. Sweet. I think what I'll do is attacking and just playing a new Bolas. Why did I block? Interesting. Alright then, I'll change my plan. I am going to change my plan. Ashok Bounce doesn't seem good. Ashok Token seems alright. If they have Nisa, just chump the Nisa, yeah. I really don't love Ashiok, by the way. Maybe drop, maybe do Whisper. No. Alright, so they went for Nisa. As long as I don't kill my token, is alright. I have to chum block. Okay. I'm down chum blocking. You love Ashiok. They play any other game, I don't. I play other formats, lots of other formats. But no other games. Alright, I gotta kill this Narset. I'll do that now. Swift End. Together with... Oh, Negate? I think opponent just negated my ability to win this game. Why did you block the small one? Because the Nightmare doesn't fly. Markish. It's just... That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes, you know? I saw it. It was like a combo that was like super weak. I don't know. This mana base is something else, by the way. I mean, I've seen bad mana base in my life, but I think just like this, I've never seen any other mana base. Yeah, so basically that's Twitter, I think, right now, where people just complains about everything all the time. And that just makes so that your actual real complaints just worth less. Because if you complain about everything all the time, even about the Word Tree thing that makes God whatever, it's just gonna be like, hey, you just gotta stop. Because, you know, when like something real happens, like, I don't know, Uro, Wizards will take 6 months to ban it because everybody's complaining about literally everything every time. Alua. What do I do here? I just cast my Bone Crusher? Doesn't seem bad. Oh. No, but I think like it's fine. You know, for example, if you take a look at... So I remember this, chat. It was last year, Oko was just printed. And they haven't had any bans in a while, in a very long time, because Oko was just printed. And I remember it was PT Arena, whatever, one of the PT Arena. And I was playing Oko. And other people were playing Field of the Dead. And Javier was playing Gruul. And they asked him, how would you fix this format? Because, you know, there's clearly a problem. And he goes like, you have to ban Oko. And it was like, I mean, that's impossible. They're never going to ban a Mythic Rare that was just printed, you know? They're never going to do that. It's just impossible. Might as well they'll ban Nisa or they'll ban something else. And then they figured, wait, it's Javier who was asking for a ban. And he has, I've never heard Javier asking for any bans in my life. Okay? So then I started thinking, wait, maybe they should actually ban Oko, because, you know, if he's asking for that. Let's say it was like Twitter asking to ban Oko, I would have not given a, like, I would have never, you know, be like, ah, whatever, I'm not even going to pay attention. But it was him asking, so I started thinking, wait, maybe they should actually ban it. And, you know, and then things evolved, and Oko's like one of the best cards ever printed, and etc. But it's definitely something important to pay attention to, is, yeah, that thing, like the boy cry wolf thing, where if it's a person that's complaining every single time about everything, I think its voice just matters less than people who aren't. Alright, here I'm in a good spot somehow. Where did Jor-El go? Jor-El? That's a blast for the past. Alright, can I go double the run in the lock? I can. Yes, I can. So I'll pay 2 life here. I'll run the lock this Razis and attack for 4. We can play was cute mob. Yeah. But if no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying if nobody points out a problem, that sucks. I'm saying if people have to point out problems, but the real one, not World Tree plus artifact that makes everything a god, because that's like clearly not a good thing, you know? It's just whatever. Do we let it resolve in exile? Maybe, but because the thing is that in one land I can flip this Nicol Bolas. So maybe Maybe I just countered this. What? I just didn't play an Aura here. Oh, but oh, did I mistap during the cycle? Yeah, probably that's what happened. What did Aura escape on the stack? It's always the top right. It's 3. Play Thought Rager. Can I still draw a castle? Yes, I can. Oh, wow. That was a good one in end. Eliminate here. No, I don't think I want it. I could draw. How many cards do you have? You have 11 cards. So there's no point for me to. I pass because this runner can still counter Nisa. But there's no point for me to counter the Zoo, or they can just replay it immediately. No, I think it's okay that you actually. Oh, yeah, they have Nisa. Okay, good. Good, okay. Good that we didn't draw a card with Castle immediately. That was good if I draw top land, but this deck doesn't really play any top land, right? Ooh, there it is. We got a combo. We got a combo. Be like, what's a combo, Mangu? It's Nicol Bolas the Ravager flip. It's a very good combo. Hello, what do I reanimate? I can reanimate Nisa, that's good. Or I can reanimate Ashiok, that's also good. What's better? This will draw 2 cards. Only deal damage to creature planeswalker, in case you're wondering. Oh, I think I'll get Ashiok. Nisa attacks. But I put in gains 7 life, gains a lot of life here. I think I'm just getting back Ashiok. Ashiok sweet. Like Ashiok. No, and Django, it's still 3 to cost. You pay 4 for the cost, but the card costs 3 on the stack. You have to tap 4 mana, but it's an ability. It's like saying, I don't know, if the flashback of a card is 7, it still costs 4. Like Mystical Teachings. I don't know why I thought about that card. Anyway, we got the sweet win. Game 1, this deck wins a lot, that to say, but post sideboard, it loses a lot. Let's see if we can turn the tide this time. I have to cut 2 cards. They'll probably be extinction events. Yeah, let's go. What's Grixassss no tier 1? First thing first, because the mana base doesn't have the tri-land on tap. Sorry, the tri-land. I think that's an issue. Same thing with Bant, I think. Second, you don't have Uro, which is one of the best cards if you don't want to play aggro. Third, you don't have Nisa, which is same reason as Uro is not a very good card. Out Thoughts is, yeah, I've thought Erasure. I don't want to have too many discard spell. The game very often goes in top deck mode. I think having 4 is alright, but having more than 4 is bad. Yeah, Mr. Tor. The transform cards from Innistrad, Shadows over Innistrad. The Planeswalker from Magic Origins. A lot of flip cards. Alright, if they counter, it's not a big deal. Okay, wow, 2 Aether Gust Tail's End. That's a very reactive hand. That's a threat. I think I'm leaving the threat on top. I don't have the mana for it, but that's not a big deal. Why play Grixassss when you play green? Yeah, I'm a streamer, so I have to showcase different decks. Otherwise, it would be pretty boring if I always play the same decks. Actually, yeah, I like to change. Plus, changing a lot makes me, I think, a better player. Because you just practice with a lot of different archetypes. If you only play one deck, you're just... In the long term, you're gonna be worse at the game. I think what I'm doing here is just cast this. Opponent will answer with whatever, and I'll see what I do. But this way, I deny them from using Castle Locked Wayne. Life total doesn't matter in this matchup. Plus, they play... Yeah. I think I want to actually put this on top. They have another Aether Gust, but that's okay. Oh, no, actually, you draw. Okay, good. Grixassss Zirda. I did not try Grixassss Zirda. But that sounds sweet. You can play Bone Crusher, though. The card is very good. What do I want to play? Angrath Rampage plus Drown? Or Murderer's Raider? Murderer's Raider or Angrath Rampage? I think I'll go Murderer's Raider. Because... They break with this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go Murderer's Raider here. The problem with Rampage is that I'm up with Drowning Lock, but this doesn't even counter Nisa. So I just don't even think I need to stay up. So I just use better my mana this way. Unfortunately, they can now go Rampage, Gust on my Rampage, but they have Drowning Lock to protect me from Gust. So it's very good that I played the cards as I did. So I'll go this, sacrifice a Planeswalker, and then I'll go Drown on their Ether Gust. Basically, whenever you being mana efficient is very important in Magic to a point where it's actually sometimes better to play a worse card than another one because next turn you might need the mana. Hello, old Pajiki. Okay, so now they don't have Gust anymore, and they have lots of spells in hand. I'll play this Bolas. They have Tails in. That's okay. I have only Legends cards in hand. It's okay, UFO. I hope you can learn. I hope you can learn with these questions. You can also drown to kill the land, then rampage in second main phase, right? It's a good line yours as well, Fabk. It's a good line yours as well. Yeah, definitely. I think actually your line was better than mine. Yeah, totally. Because now I lose to this Zaga trio maybe. I wanted to get out the Ether Gust from their hand. I wasn't thinking about my opponent having. I wasn't thinking about my opponent having just a clock. I basically didn't rate this card as a relevant threat. The Zaga trio mirror. But I probably should have done it. Because I was like, I'm on. I have a creatures. I don't think a 3/3 will hurt me, but it did actually hurt me. They could have had an Ether Gust here do this, and it would have probably be died, but very likely to be dead regardless this game now. That discarded Ura to my Nico Bolas. This is why you have to have Cage in the deck. It's okay. I mean, my opponent just plays better cards, so I think in the long term, like if we draw proper amounts of land spells, I'll probably. I can't like my cards can overpower them, but the thing is that my deck is way clunkier than theirs because I don't have the Short Spiral Aura to smooth my draw. What I have is yeah, you can see what I have here. It's just not very good cards. It's not that. This is not the problem of Grixassss isn't the power level isn't there. The problem of the problem of Grixassss is that it doesn't have Cage and Spiral, which just move your deck. Your deck becomes like a 52 cards deck basically because you're cantripping a lot, and you can play more lands so you don't stumble. And maybe the power level is worse, but the fact that it doesn't stumble, of course, against Zaga Triumph is a thing. Okay, I'm keeping this one. I'll bottom probably Cage. Yeah, you have to cast Thought Distortion. I mean, Thought Distortion is good in this matchup as well. It's just that we weren't even able to cast it. Okay, opponent kept the 2-lander. Hey, man, these hands are a problem. What do you even do here? Yeah, you play Bone Crusher. They gusted, I put it on the bottom. My hope is that they don't have lands and I can just curve out like this. Happy New Year, Freeze! Oh wow, they ignore it. Makes sense. As long as they can eat land drops, they can easily defeat a Bone Crusher Giant. Is that you Soul Simulacrum? You already have Nico Bolas, I think. 4-drop. They don't really impact the board. Drown? Yeah, Drown doesn't seem so good. Drown hasn't been very good for me. Mana Base not working? For me? I mean, this game is the only game that is actually working. Are they gusting this Bone Crusher? Ma tutta la vita. Do I actually want to top this? I might. I might top this. I might top this. It's a threat. Now a double red, so next time I can go Rampage Bone Crusher, Rampage Stomp, whatever. Our opponent drew lands, which is not great. Okay. Block, and I play a Bone Crusher. They ran at Uro, I can Rampage that. Then I'm attacking for 8. They play Nissa. I can Rampage the land and attack Nissa. Because the Steel Zen doesn't stop anything. My opponent doesn't know my hand. I think I can actually just take this approach, a very aggressive approach here. Ooh, Cage! That's a good card here. Sacrifice a creature. I don't care about the damage that I'm dealing to them. I don't think that is a thing I'm concerned right now. We can win this game easily now. I even drew the Cage to stop the Uro. I think we got it. We win this game. Thanks to my opponent not hitting the lands, but I also don't agree with their plays. On turn 2, I would have 100% played Ethergast instead of the Cycle Shark.